Hey, yeah, so, hey, Charlie. Sometimes it's a story we know yesterday. Now, some money about Kaya. I'm say, now what you mu NDC for Ecoye or more presidential primaries. Now, Assemble ko PM ne say, ex-president John Dramani Mahama, Emma, a year delegates be a 40 cities, some fine lawyer fair. Ebi mu nye sika no nti ebedane ntokwa ebi mu bekasa say Mahama mo 40 cities sika nemba and all that na enkofo nsem mo kan say Mahama nankasa na so ye na release statement a worker say o ma wo bia 40 Ghana cities na enkofo nsem mo kan say eba ne sen na Mahama anu aka say release statement say wa ma wo bia 40 Ghana cities no ebi mu nsa anka sika no enti huhuhu ehya asese ekoso omosi and the branch executives ni bi apoketi sika no ebi mu say and the constituency omo apoketi sika no and all that and the eba and say yesi NDC executives no NDC mpanyimfo na nkasa executives no omo accuse NDC for omo regional chairman, okay, regional chairman, Greater Accra, I friend Emmanuel Ashi Mori, say ono, ena sikano ebabe pie nensem, na ono enem se opoketi sikana ema ewose enkrofo inya omo 40 cities no omunya. I'll speak on this and you see, but let's read the story and then try to get a basic understanding. Now see. Secretary of the National Democratic Congress in the Greater Accra region, Theophilus Tete Chai, is accusing his regional chairman, Inti Secretary no, and now accusing a regional chairman no, Emmanuel Ashimori, of not handing over an amount of money from former President John Dramani Mahama meant for the transportation of delegates in the region during the party's primaries. According to Mr. Chai, the chairman was solely in charge of the disbursement of the funds. This follows concerns raised by some delegates that they have not received the money Mr. Mahama promised. Mr. Mahama's team, ahead of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary primaries on Saturday, May 13th, promised delegates an amount of 40 Ghana cedis as transport money after voting. Speaking on Eyewitness News, Theophilus Tete Chai asserted that Mr. Ashimori did the disbursement of the funds and must be held accountable for any issues associated with it. I say, well, these are monies for delegates and there was a channel for distribution. What I am saying is that the resources were not distributed by the regional treasurer. It was the regional chairman who did the disbursement. The resources were put into our account and it happened that the resources were withdrawn. And it's the party's regional chairman who disbursed the money. So the regional executives do not hold that responsibility. In fact, in effect, it should be the treasurer who should be held responsible. But since it is not the treasurer who distributed the money, why must we suffer for the disbursement of the money? The NDC secretary in Greater Accra region questioned. It's where NDC for Greater Accra, Omopenyi, Bakon Semwa Walker, or accuse Greater Accra regional chairman. No. Se sikano na ke wose treasurer na eye na so Greater Accra regional chairman so no abe handle sikano enti sikano be to mo account mo mu huye omo hia se Greater Accra regional chairman na kwa koyi sikano se wo koche sikano enti se nde sikano anso ebi so a ni pakra wo yi sikano se wo koche no ono. And listen, I understand this point very well. I understand the point he's making. Ati ase I understand the point because no kwai the pakra den sakobo sikanim se wo koche se enye na edwuma eye treasure no ejuma say treasure no be disperse now so ono chairman no person treasure onimejuma na yesen treasure no nti onu mo na kokko yi sika ne say wo che nti ende say asem aba ho a wa wo koyi sika ne say wo che no bra be yi ho ano asem no e ba ne sen e dey na siye. And so I understand, but there are a lot of things I want to say on this. It was said there was chaos in some of the voting centers during the NDC primaries following the 40 Ghana cedis meant for each delegate. Some delegates accused their leaders of depriving them of the money For instance, NDC delegates in the Seshiri also constituency on the Western North region threatened to boycott the primaries if they did not receive the money. Now, what I want to say, two things. The two things I want to say, this shows that indeed the NDC there is still some internal wrangling inside. It will cost them the 2024 elections. Because one thing about internal beef, and they say, oh, you're matured enough to handle it. If you are not matured enough to understand, say, you guys, even though you are not in talking terms, you have a bigger fight ahead of you. If you are not matured enough to understand that, then it will cost you the election. Greater Accra is one of the regions at NDC in your vote for pan. And so you don't joke with the Greater Accra region. Say no carry say sa chairman ni e no de nsa kobo sika nim say okocha no kwani nya minim chairman no so de oye no wantwa ye minim NDC mbraba otie secretary ni nsem oka o say eye treasurer no na nke o say ya account or account but isan say nya ya ma treasurer na nya na ejuma ni ntino and the treasurer no ntumi nya ne hwe and indeed it is true. Na media asamo make can say opposition imponi o. You see how when presidents come, nkofo a ewo omase no omoma president no ebo form. And I'm not saying say Papa Yama president no ex-president Mahama ebo form and all that. I'm not saying that. I'm not accusing him. Accusation they are so what you say is either true or not. So I'm speaking on the fact it's not even a fact, but I'm speaking on the hypothesis that if it is true, this is what it means. If it is false, there yenya maninka. And so say no kwaria, it shows you that even in opposition, chobo kokoso we na kayade heading. Mahama tenas na wa calculate delegates in na because he has the list of all the delegates in this country. Wa calculate delegates in na wa calculate say me ma wo bia 40 cities. Modia na say sika no monchema nkrofo no and the sika na kwa kikem. It shows you before e ba ne sika semo a yembu ye ho bako say. It's sad. Try to comment box anymore. That's it.